Well, hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing? This is Bob Safale, and we are doing our very first, that's right, very first NFT forum. That's right, we are here to do a number of things with this every Wednesday night. It's all about how you can find out what the heck's an NFT, how you can find out which ones are the best buy, how you can make money from your purchases of NFTs, how you can, in fact, even make your own NFTs and make a whole lot of money from those NFTs. So I'm going to be going through all of that and much, 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 much more over the next long time. It's going to be, I think it's going to be dang near every week, every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, just because frankly, the world of NFTs is gigantic. And of course, the NFT forum is brought to you by Celebrium, which is the one and only NFT sales platform devoted just to celebrities. If you see an NFT on Celebrium, he or she has been carefully vetted and is, in fact, a celebrity. So, without further ado, and by the way, I am recording all this, so I will be setting this out. I want to define, I'll probably try to do this about every single week because, as usual, I'll start getting more and more and more and more and more and more listeners and attendees, and a lot of people will be new. So, what is a non fungible token? Okay, I'm going to give you one of the best definitions I think I've ever seen. Definition: NFT or non fungible tokens are a special kind of crypto asset. It can be a digital asset, but in this case, this definition says crypto asset in which each token is unique, as opposed to fungible assets like Bitcoin and dollar bills, which are all worth exactly the same amount. Let's stop right there. So when it says each token is unique, well, of course, like they print baseball cards, collectible baseball cards, each one may look the same, but it's obviously unique. You have this card, then this card, then this card. Uh, Even if no other thing than it's different is the uniqueness. That's the same thing that could happen with a non-fungible token. You could have a NFT that is made 100 different times. It looks like the same one, but it isn't, because each and every one is digitally protected by a different, we're just going to make it simple on everybody, a different code. Okay. So, because every NFT is unique, they can be used to authenticate ownership of digital assets like artworks, recordings, and virtual real estate or pets, even. Okay. So, that's what a NFT is. Okay. And as you can see here, these are examples of NFTs. These are image-based NFTs. And you're looking at the actual NFTs right there. Okay. So just to give you once again an idea of just how big this bloody industry is getting by the day, seemingly, OpenC is one of many marketplaces. A marketplace is where one can buy and sell NFTs. It is it's structured technologically, essentially just like a cryptocurrency exchange where you buy and sell crypto. It's the same doggone thing. OpenC is one of them. It happens to be one of the biggest. And right now, after just 4 short years, and actually after the last 18 months Godzilla like growth, they just raised another $300 million with a valuation. OpenSea's market valuation right now is now $13.3 billion. Pretty big, right? Well, this is another one. Competitors called LooksRare. LooksRare is now averaging $394 million in NFT sales a day. That is now more daily sales than OpenC that was also already kicking butt. OpenC was looking to make about $7 billion in sales this month alone. LooksRare looks like it could do $10 billion. So combined, the two marketplaces could do $17 billion. And over the next 12 months, I think combined easily could exceed $500 million, $500 billion, $500 billion. Okay, that's a lot of bread. So it's definitely growing big. So I want to answer tonight the simple questions: where do I buy? And what do I buy? And why? And how can I make money doing it? So, as I've already mentioned, one of those locations is a marketplace called OpenC. Okay, now a Celebrium happens to distribute uh, through many different places. One is through OpenC. It's got its own gallery in OpenC. So you can see here's OpenC, and here's some of the uh, NFTs related to Celebrium. Okay, and there's other. There we go. There's these are different types of NFTs at OpenSea. Okay, bing bam boom. So OpenSea is one of the places you should go. Now should let you understand. OpenSea um, does not they do not sell NFTs hundreds or thousands of the same type of NFT. See, there's multiple ways people are selling NFTs. Some do individual, one of a kind NFT sales. I gave you some examples. See, each one of these NFTs that you see is an individual, its own NFT. That's one. And then you see another one, and you see another one. Yes, they look the same, but on OpenSea, you can only go to a collection and buy one at a time. There are other marketplaces like Wearable. Okay, here's Wearable. And Wearable allows people to put up an NFT but sell one copy or sell dozens of copies or hundreds of copies or thousands of copies. Okay, right? So here is the Celebrium. Let me see if I can pull this up quick. I should have really just had it up. I don't know if I can. No, I don't think I can. Maybe I can. Let me just click on this. Okay, here we go. I think this is right. Okay, good. So this is the Celebrium uh, um, collection. And as you can see, in the Celebrium collection, which has just been activated, there are 100 available NFTs involving Jenny McCarthy, who, by the way, is the star of the highly rated show, The Masked Singer. I think it's the #1 rated show in America for quite some time. She's one of the stars. So with Wearable, you can go there and find NFTs where maybe you'll have 100 of the same one or 50 of the same one, and then people sell a bunch of them, and instead of 100 left, they'll have 30 left, then 20 left, then one left, or whatever. So Wearable is another place where you can buy NFTs. So those are two examples of locations that you can buy NFTs. You can also buy digitally protected NFTs at tinynft.io, and that's the platform that is the protective technology is called RADA Tech or RADA. Okay, and by the way, there's some NFTs related to Celebrium there involving Roger Stone and Donald Trump, President Trump, and Ronald Reagan, and Donald Trump. So you can purchase those NFTs there. So there are different places you can purchase NFTs. Now, the next question is, Bob, which ones do I buy? Okay. Well, here's the key to NFTs. You see, if you're going to buy an NFT, in many cases, you're going to want to then sell the NFT later at a higher price, right? Buy low, sell high. Well, you need to make sure that whatever NFT you're buying is being promoted to a lot of people. Now, here's an example of what I'm talking about. Logan Paul was, prior to 2 years ago, pretty much a C-level celebrity. He's become pretty well known these days because he's decided to become a boxer. Okay. And all of a sudden, Logan Paul, over the last year and a half, has built a pretty big following on Instagram. There you go. When I say a pretty big following, as you can see, he has 21.9 million followers. Let me say that again. Logan Paul has 21.9 million followers. So, what does that mean? That means if Logan Paul puts an NFT or NFTs, plural, as in one NFT, 1,000 copies, and puts it up for sale like he did here, and then promotes it on Instagram, he sells them out rather fast. Make sense? Like in this case, on the 21st of February, 2021, Logan Paul sold 3,000 of the same looking NFT and generated 3.5 million in sales. And then, because all of a sudden there's news about it all over the place, like this article, and it's kind of like gets all over the place, and Logan Paul can continue to promote it, all the 3,000 NFTs later on end up getting sold for far more. Now, why would Logan Paul, after he sold the 3,000 NFTs, why would he give a crap? Why wouldn't he say, well, I sold the 3,000 NFTs, I made $3.5 million. Great. Why does he care whether they go for more later? And I want you to hear this very, very clearly so you understand why it's so important to, if you're going to buy an NFT, make sure it's connected to some way for the NFT to be promoted to a list, like an email list, to a Instagram account with a lot of followers, or a YouTube account with a lot of subscribers. Why? Because Logan Paul, after selling the 3,000 NFTs for $3.5 million, do you realize after that, each and every time any of those 3,000 NFTs are bought by somebody else, Logan Paul makes a fee. And it could be anywhere from 2.5% to 5%. So he's benefited even more by those 3,000 NFTs that he sold in one shot. He sold it in like 24 hours. If if they're bought and sold, bought and sold, bought and sold, bought and sold later, he's making fees. So that means that he is more than happy to potentially continue posting information about those NFTs on his ever-growing Instagram account, or he can take press interviews. He can be interviewed by the press, and all of a sudden, more and more articles are going out there, and they're talking about, here's the NFT, by the way. You see that? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so it helps him to continue promoting those NFTs, even though you say to yourself, wow, you already made a bunch of money selling the 3,000. Well, he keeps on making money. And if you understand that one fact, you will get how you can potentially be very successful at buying single NFTs or more than one NFT if you know that the NFT is going to be further promote over and over and over and over and over again. Does that make sense, everybody? Okay. So here's another NFT. Okay. Tom Brady. Yes, he has been selling NFTs. And he starts at a pretty modest amount. Some of his NFTs started at $100, but then they quickly go up to $1,000 and $1,500 and $2,000 and $5,000 and $10,000. So the people who bought a Tom Brady NFT at $100, if they just hold fast and wait a little while, maybe in 2 or 3 months that NFT is not $100 anymore, but is $10,000. Once again, Tom Brady in the last few months has generated $170 million. $170 million. Somebody asked me, well, hell, when Tom Brady retires, what's he going to do next? Well, I think the guy's going to make billions and billions of dollars with NFTs. He's also working with crypto.com. I think the guy's going to be, I think he's going to make 30 or 40 times more money with NFTs and crypto than he made in all the years that he played football. And, I think he's probably made $600-700 million in football, but that's over 20 years. Here in the first few months, Tom Brady raises $170 million. Okay, once again, why? And just so you know, other people like Tiger Woods and Wayne Gretzky. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Naomi Osaka, Tony Hawk, Usain Bolt, Derek Jeter, Rob Gronkowski. They're all getting involved with NFTs. So there you go. And by the way, a site called Autograph is a collection that is then sold on DraftKings. Here's where Tom has been selling a lot of his stuff. He's been selling it on DraftKings. So he sold like 16,000 NFTs, right? It's crazy, right? But once again, why would Tom Brady, even after he sold the NFTs, why does he want to make more money? Because he makes a piece of the action on every single NFT. That's what, and that's what I'm going to keep on talking about, how you can make money on my NFT forums, because you need to learn this. So if you want to make money with NFTs, do a lot of due diligence. Look, do a lot of searches. Find out who's talking about doing NFTs. There are a lot of news reports which give people advance warning on different celebrities, different sports figures, different people that are going to be selling initial NFTs. But they're going to keep on promoting them one way, shape, or another. In fact, that's one of the big things that, for instance, American Stories is going to be doing itself. American Stories is the company I own, and it's all about different television shows and different properties. And here it is. And we're going to be doing all these TV shows. There's an example. There's a show called Country Ball that we're going to be doing a lot of NFTs on. Now, what you want to do is you want to buy those NFTs quick, because then we're going to keep on promoting those shows on and on and on this platform, on our official channel on Roku, our official channel on Apple TV, our official channel on Amazon Fire TV, and a whole host of other places. So you're going to start seeing in the shows, in the broadcasts of all our shows. We're at 43 different episodes of 6 different series, and we're slated to do another 100 episodes over the next 12 months. we're going to have ads and promotions of NFTs that are involving cast members in the shows. So that's what you want to do. You want to find people like Tom Brady, who's going to be selling NFTs, who's going to promote it on his own Instagram. You want to find guys like Logan Paul, even though he's kind of an oddball dude. He has 21.9 million followers, right? So this is something that's very important for you to learn. If you get if you get in on an NFT early when it's cheaper, anywhere from $100 to $500, maybe a little bit more, and you know that whoever created it will continue to promote it or have different ways to get exposure, you can feel pretty confident that that NFT is going to be worth more because they are going to be creating demand. Does that make sense? Okay, good. So once again, uh, this is a weekly Wednesday night gig that we're going to be doing every Wednesday night. I'm going to continue to show you tricks and different hints. I'm going to show you. I'm going to start looking at potential NFTs that are going to be crazy, that could be really good. I'll be giving you future examples of, you know, NFTs that are going to be released in the future. I can give you an idea of who's doing them and give you some insight into maybe what type of NFTs you should buy in the future. Next week, I'm going to show you how you can make NFTs and make money directly yourself and to continue to make that buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell residual income. Does that make sense? Okay. I want to thank you for attending our event tonight. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will be sending out a recording within 60 minutes. Thank you very much for attending.